crap.
Nice, TJ. The first words of live are holy crap from TJ Hawes. Nice. Yeah. Really good job. Way to start us off right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Washed Up. I'm Eric Mika, joined by TJ Hawes and the legendary Mr. Lee Cummard.
Washed up player, not washed up coach, but
yeah, there we go.
Very washed up.
How I feel about you guys having me on a podcast. It's called Washed Up. I still get buckets.
No, yeah.
And I would get more if TJ was guarding me.
No, you might get buckets.
That I actually believe.
Your little 6 a.m. pickup time, you get a few buckets, but you're not getting buckets against me.
Lee, are you getting after it at 6 a.m.? Are you part of that group?
I am part of that group. We it's been a little hit and miss lately. Had a few IR members with little tweaked hammies or injured backs or the like. Golf's kind of gotten in the way a little bit recently. So hopefully everybody can figure it out so we can play a little bit more regularly than we have.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name names, but TJ and I ran into like 3 of the core group, and we were told by all of them, yeah, for sure, you guys will get the invite. Never did get that invite.
Well, first off, there's a 6'6" and below. It's a 6'6" and below league, so you're out.
I'm 6'8".
And TJ got the invite a few times and never showed. So
no, TJ, there's a weight. There's a weight minimum. You have to weigh $125.
I meet that threshold now. TJ got invited, and now since he didn't show up, he got blacklisted.
Oh my gosh! No, I have never
heard too. Sorry.
No. I have never bailed. Bailing shows that I committed and then didn't show.
Yeah, we know what bail means.
Thank you. The last few times I've gotten the text has been like 10:30 at night.
Hey,
and if you're a real one, you would have gone.
Or it's not. And apparently it's not.
My question is there anyone, like, not to bag on the guys or the low level of play, but is there anyone that is up there with you? Are you dominating this group? Respectfully.
I'm there strictly to talk trash and have some friendly banter.
Yeah.
And get cardio. That's it.
Good cardio. We know you love cardio. Who is the best? I would imagine you're at the top. Who is the second best?
It depends on the day. Santiago feels like he's the best, and he takes the most and probably makes the most shots. But we got several guys in there that can play.
What about who can chatter though? Who can keep up with
nobody? Come
lip
on.
Service.
I'm Michael Jordan when it comes to trash talking. Okay, at 6 a.m. Nobody can keep up with it. I love people making noises when they shoot a brick. I let them know, and that's what I live for.
That like it leads into how we wanted to kick this off, because TJ and I were talking earlier about some of our fondest memories of Mr. Lee Cummard, and one of my earliest ones was just coming to pick up in the Smith Fieldhouse in the summers as a high schooler when you were coming back as a pro, and there was like a couple guys coming back. I mean, Trent was in that group, and obviously Brandon and yeah, I remember low-key being a little bit terrified of you because you talked so much, and you probably you didn't direct this at anyone. It's just you're kind of everyone's gonna get it from Lee's trash talk. But it was like, man, if I take a bad shot, like this guy is gonna let me hear it, and I'm like the 16-year-old, and I'm just here to be like quiet in the background.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about you, Lee, is if you don't know you off the court, you on the court is a much different player. When you're actually being serious, it's like, all right, this dude. You're like for real talking. I would guess your 6 a.m. talk is mostly garbage, but when you're actually like locked in, it's like it's a little bit of a scary sight.
Yeah,
I took pride in my trash talking back in the day when I could back it up a whole lot more than I can now. Now it's just friendly banter, and it's. I've been told on multiple occasions that was the case, and I honestly feel a little bit bad about that.
No.
Just kidding. But yeah,
no, you did until we said not to. Just for that.
So no, it's what it was, and I used to be able to back it up. Can't anymore. So I let my mouth just do everything, and there's no backing it up.
I think it's the best thing for guys, especially in high school and college. Like TJ and I don't know what year this was. This is when probably you were fresh out, TJ. And I remember going back and it was like you, me, Yoli, Jake, and maybe like Zach Salius. And we went and we just smoked the guys one day, like 7 straight games. And Jake was just letting them hear it. And I love that. I think that's so good for them because then they have to kind of rally and figure out how to fight through adversity in the summer, which you don't normally get because you're just kind of playing against each other. You know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So
wait, is this when TJ
really
was
what?
Straight from France and he was like 55 pounds bigger than he is now?
Oh
Is
my
that
God.
what we're talking about? No? Okay. All right. We'll just leave it at that.
When he had the juicy booty?
Whether I was that weight or current weight, I'm still throwing you around.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I've watched you play pickup, and you don't shoot nearly enough. Like your game is like the perfect game for like old man pickup. It's just kind of a little light fadeaway. Doesn't require tons of, but you don't shoot.
No one's gonna hurt you too.
You don't shoot.
Cardio and trash talking. That's what
But like,
for me.
But you make a couple shots like that. That's the best time. That's like the best.
Every once in a while, you got to let everybody know, hey, the washed up old timer can still stroke it. You know.
Does anybody like ever, get you going a little bit where you're like, all right,
I have a really hard time allowing myself there because I just absolutely lose my mind. And I don't want to do that. So I'll give you, I was playing in the PG Rec League, got invited. I was playing, this is like probably 2 years ago. And our team's blowing this team out. I think we're up like 15, 17 points at the time. And it's a baseline out of bounds. And I set a screen and the guy literally tries to run through my chest. And I just absolutely blacked out for a minute, lost my mind. Both of you have seen that before. And from that point on, I was like, all right, I can't do this anymore because I just, there's no upside. I'm going to stick to 6 a.m. with the friendly banter and enjoy basketball that way.
What kind of changing gears? I totally understand that. So you're smart to remove yourself. My brother played in the rec league in Nashville. He gets so mad because I'll like say on this show that he like sends me his stats. He's like, I don't do that. He for sure does it. But dude, there was 2 guys that got into it. One literally was walked out of the gym, was like, all right, that's it. I'm going to get my gun. Just like announced to everybody. Yeah, and they just scattered. My brother was like, yeah, I'm not going to rec league anymore. But kind of shifting gears, like what is that like? Because TJ and I both know you as a very, very competitive human being. That's obviously why you had a great career at BYU, and afterwards, it's why you are where you are now as a coach. How is it the same? How is it different tapping into that? Because you can't black out and freak out on players, right? Yeah. But like you still want to win, and you have a very, very heavy hand in that. So what's it like being in that seat and being competitive?
Yeah, finding the balance of, the juices are for sure there. I think on the court, what's hard about it now is your body and your physical tools are no longer there. Yeah. And that's frustrating, even though you're still ultra competitive. As a coach, the juices are still flowing tremendously. And there's nothing like winning, working hard towards something and seeing it, through. Having success, and on the flip side, there's nothing worse than losing. Like I hate losing probably way more than I love winning. So the juices are still there, and just finding the balance of like helping everybody have that edge at all times, and being a little borderline nervous and scared that I'm not doing what I should do for the team. I think that's a pretty healthy place for a coach to have the players at. I think Coach Rose, when we were here, we were all kind of borderline scared of what he was going to come in and be like that day, especially if we happened to lose the night before. And I don't want to be that crazy, or I think they don't want me there. But I want them to have an edge of like, hey, if we don't bring it today, like the coaches are going to get that out of us.
Yeah.
So we might as well just bring it,
Yeah.
Totally.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I know we say, it feels like we say this on every episode, but like the highs of winning and the lows of losing in sports, like it doesn't feel like there's higher and lower than that.
Yeah. No. And I mean, for you guys, same thing, like in your time at BYU, you guys won so much that unless it was like a big game, it was almost like, okay, what's next?
Right.
When you won, you still celebrated and it was awesome because there's
Yeah.
nothing like making baskets in the Marriott Center and winning. But some of those games, like the expectations were, and credit to you guys, but like unless it was a big game, it was kind of just like, oh, that's fun,
Yeah.
Yeah, those games are a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm curious to hear how like the summer has been. I mean, obviously now as a head coach, how was the summer with the team? How was it being, the man in charge? Fill us in on how the summer's been.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. Today, I think it's been 6 months since I got the job. It feels like, snap of a finger, even though so much has transpired since then. But overall, feel really good about where the program's at, who's in the circle, and a part of this. We've been pretty intentional about some of the things we've done as a team to build chemistry and camaraderie, and just overall have a good vibe, going into the season. In the summer months, we focus most of the time on individual skill work. I felt like if individuals could improve, our team would improve. And as we gotten into the fall, it's been more focused on a little bit of skill work, but let's start getting into the meat and potatoes of who we are foundationally as a team, as a program, both offensively and defensively. And we're making progress there, but still, got a ways to go. But overall, it's been a great 6 months. I feel like people are in a good place. We just had a team retreat this last weekend. Did a couple things as a team that I feel were really good for us. And yeah, it's been awesome. I will say that people ask me, hey, what's been the biggest difference? And for me, going from an assistant coach to the head coach now, my brain doesn't shut off. I'm getting better at it and managing it. But I could see how it can just overcome you if you're not cognizant of it. I never used to wake up in the night thinking about it. I shouldn't say never, but very rarely. And now it's a regular thing where, I wake up and I'm thinking about, this or this player or, this situation. And that's something that's going to get better with time, but it's kind of how my brain works, and it's kind of all encompassing and always on the brain.
Do you wake up with some inspired plays, or is it mostly just personnel?
I don't know necessarily about plays because we're just starting to implement some of the, entries or actions that we want to run or play specifically. Spent a lot of time walking and thinking. I used to be able to walk and listen to an audiobook or a podcast, and that's pretty much not possible anymore because I'm thinking something else. And feel like I get pretty good inspiration that way, whether it's about, hey, what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to travel? What are we going to wear as a staff? What, just anything that comes across your plate. And I'm trying to do a better job of letting the staff have autonomy in the areas that they're over and focus on what's the best use of my decision-making power and time,
Yeah. What is, this is something that TJ mentioned, wanted to kind of ask about without going into too many details. It sounds like you're implementing a lot, and probably a lot of it depends on, who is in the rotation, who's healthy, and, who you recruit. Cause obviously 6 months, you're pretty new to it. So it's like, you're not even a full season and cycle into this, like a lot in the air. But do you like, what are the X's and O's? What is the style that's going to make you guys different, you think, moving forward from, yes, BYU teams in the past, but maybe just in, teams in general that you're going to be facing?
I think you'll see a little bit more modernized style of play, both offensively and defensively. I think that you'll see some calculated risk taking defensively, whether that's in ball screen coverage or press coverage, or a zone that's a little unorthodox that causes some issues, and being strategic with that. And again, calculated risk, I think, is a good word on the defensive side. But also going into it, we've spent a lot of time as a staff kind of trying to formulate, hey, what can help us this year, but is also something that with time we can get even better at, that we can use, and it may be an unorthodox zone, or a style of ball screen coverage that we can really good at rotations on the backside. And it's going to be solid this year. And then with time, it's just going to become second nature, So spending a lot of time digging through that as a staff of, hey, here's who we have a good shot at that are in the pipeline. How does this all blend and fit the personnel that we have? And if we feel strongly about a style of play, either side of the ball, now let's go recruit to that, and if we feel strongly enough about, like, hey, that can be us. I will say, I think we can maybe play a little bit deeper, going maybe to 9 or 10 instead of 8 or less of recent years, and allow people to make impact just in their effort, more so than just, hey, I get baskets, or I can lock down this player.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I was one of I remember you as a GA and an assistant when we'd split up as, getting into, some competitive games and stuff. You were always going, all right, we're going to run this and we're going to have a little wrinkle to it, and this is how we're going to go. And I just remember you being, an X's and O's guy.
Yeah, I've actually probably evolved a little bit from that, Tej, honestly, of more. And some of it has to do with Juddy, and him allowing players to make plays and reading the game a little bit more, and teaching how to play than as opposed to A to B, B to C,
Sure.
And I think that that's where the game's going. I mean, we're going to shoot more threes. We'd like to shoot more threes. Last year, our 3-point frequency went up 5%. Overall, I think there's at least 5% more in there. It's just such a valuable shot, a paint touch spray for a three, and just focus on some of that teaching versus do this, do that,
Yeah, I know. I feel like we could sit on here and talk about the data and the analytics of all of this for hours, and breaking down what shot is actually what shot you're going to take more frequently, even if it is, talking about threes to mid-range to get into the basket, all this.
Let's just do it. Let's just sit here for an hour.
I'm sure you'd love that, Eric.
Lee's got nothing to do.
The thing about it, like, there's a million ways to play this game, both sides of the ball, right? And you can have success in all of them, right? Yeah. Whether it's zone or man or pressing or not pressing, or some type of gimmicky 1-3-1 called shake, and have success, like, if you believe in it, you trust it, and you live with it, like, you can have success. And so as we meet as a staff, and like, there's no wrong answer. Like, let's throw everything on the table, see what we like, and come up with a thing that we can all align on and get behind, that we can, then turn and give to the players, and they buy in, and, let's see where the chips fall.
Yeah. No, that's good. All right, maybe shifting gears a little bit. I mean, you've played here, you've been a GA here, you've been assistant here, both men's and women's. Now you're the head coach. So, like, I'm curious to hear, you've experienced BYU in so many different ways and have been around BYU for so long. What are some of your best memories that stick out?
No, it's just because one of the first things I tell recruits, I just tell them, like, I've been at BYU the whole time. I have never been anywhere else. Yep. I know I'm biased, but I don't think there's a better place in the country to be a student athlete. And having been around as long as I have, it's incredible what's going on in the athletic department right now. Like, I unless you're in it day to day, you probably can't feel it, but maybe from the outside looking in, there's just this energy and just this buy-in from Cougar Nation and the athletic department that's pretty palpable for somebody that's been here for 20 years. And it's fun to be a part of. I mean, the run of football and men's basketball last year was incredible. So there's just this energy that we're trying to ride and capture as much. We haven't done our part, as far as being a premier program on campus, and that's our goal, both here and nationally. But as far as experiences, I mean, come on, there's so many. The locker room chats, whether it's talking trash or just the big wins and celebrating the big wins. One of my first couple of years on the women's side, winning a game in the NCAA tournament and having a team that went on to the Final Four on the ropes, with one of our best players with a broken hand. And just, the road trips and some of the fun things. You guys know how it is. I just love BYU. I love competing at a high level, and it's the perfect blend of, like, everything that's important in my life, all coming together.
You love losing to me in one-on-one all across.
Never.
Many times.
For the record, since this
the belt is in my house.
The belt is here, and the shooting belt is for sure here. And Eric never played because he knew he would not have a chance. So
no, I was telling Eric earlier today that, it was either my sophomore or junior year. You and I are playing one-on-one before practice. Just it wasn't really like intense. We were kind of screwing around, and then you hit my face.
Oh yeah, didn't I give you a black eye or something?
Biggest black eye I've ever had.
DJ, the softest skin in America, bro. Yeah. Come on.
And softest
in the league. That's DJ's nickname.
Yeah, no, Lee's got the pointiest elbows you've ever seen.
That's actually.
Hey, stay on your feet. Don't go for the pump fake.
Oh, that was you. You're going for my pump fake.
Oh, okay.
And then the next day was media day. So I got black eyes, all the media stuff.
I remember that. That's a great memory. It's a great memory.
You're the worst.
Hey, we have I must say, we have some pretty good memories right here with this trio right here.
For sure.
Some great memories.
That was a fun team. And yeah, I mean, people ask, like, we're a little bit more recently removed from the playing side than you are, but, like, people ask what we miss or if we miss it at all. And for me, it's always what you just said. It's like the locker room stuff, the travel, like the dumb in between. Like, you kind of miss playing basketball, but not really. Like, you just like goofing around with your boys in the locker room.
I miss it, but yeah, those
for sure.
are great time.
For sure, but you can still play. You can still get up and down, and I don't know, scratch a competitive itch, even though it looks different. But, like, just being with your guys and making fun of each other endlessly is really what's super fun. Speaking of which, I know you had a big goal. We went to breakfast like 6 months ago, right before you got the job, and you were saying that you wanted to be able to bench 125. Are you there yet?
You know what? I haven't been under a bar. Yes, I can do that. I haven't been under a bar probably since I played here. And
you just stretching on the yoga mat or what?
Just cardio and stretching. Cardio and stretching. Take you a long way.
Get under a bar, bro.
Lee, you're the man. Yeah, that's it from our side. We appreciate you. We're so excited. Like I remember I think we got the text from somebody or saw the tweet or whatever. We texted you immediately, just super stoked. I don't think you ever got back to us, but like that's okay. We are so excited for you. Really, really, proud of what you've done for the program and being a small part of that. You being a GA and then an assistant for TJ. We're excited for you and we'll be rooting for you. So thank you for coming on. We'd love to have you again. Let's go get some dubs and then we'll bring you on again.
I like it. And we need to have like an uncut version of this, just us three chopping it up like old times,
I mean, it could never be released, but yeah,
that's probably true. Leezy and the boys,
Leezy and the boys, actually.
It, guys.
Dirty Mike and the boys. Yeah. All right. See you, Lee. Thank you.
See ya.
What a guy. Leezy and the boys, like Dirty Mike and the boys.
I know. Leezy and the boys.
He's still there in the foyer. He's listed. He's back. No, now he's out. Got him. What a guy.
No, he's the man.
What's crazy is yesterday I randomly was not randomly. We kept actually in touch recently, but Matt Carlino called me, so we were chopping it up, and we were talking about our year together, 2013 to 14. Our GA was Noah Hartsock, which is Hartsock, not Hartstock. TJ thinks it's Hartstock with a T.
So. No, I don't. I corrected you. Don't put this out there.
But I'm like, holy cow, my GAs were bucket getters. I hate to admit it. I'll admit it now that Lee is off the show. But we had some mid-post assassins.
I know.
I remember, like it was when I was in high school, or we were coming to play pickup. Like he would get on guys just because he was so competitive. But then like even another level, because he was fresh off of his professional career and like wanted to get into this coaching world and contribute with what he had. At that time, it was like he was still in great shape and he was going to get after it. And dude, he used to just absolutely wreck our scouts, which was terrible. But obviously,
I know. To Lee's face, he's the worst basketball player I know. Like can't shoot for anything. But like his game, I remember when he was playing against our team, and it was like it's kind of like the first taste of like what an elite pro is like, where you're kind of going, you just have to make him uncomfortable to miss. Like you're not going to block his shot. You're not going to you're just trying to make him inefficient or make him shoot a shot that he doesn't like as much or something like that. Like you're not going to stop him. You just have to find ways to like slow him down, because he would just kind of get you in that mid post and then turn with his lanky arms and shoot it up high over his head. And it's just like, you're not blocking that. And like, they're all money. And to get like when you're playing against somebody like that and you have to get 2 or 3 stops to get off the floor.
Yeah, the worst.
And he just gets it in the mid post, turns, chucks it over his head, and it's just the purest.
Well, I can only imagine too, again, being like so freshly removed from his career, it probably made his day just ruining like, our defense having to get 3 in a row. Like we get 2 legitimately good stops. He hits some BS fadeaway and then goes like this. He's like, and it probably made his day because it was so hard for us to accept that we just lost. Like
I know, coach is yelling at you. You're back on defense, and he's just got the biggest smile you've ever seen.
Oh, it's sick.
He's the worst. He's the worst person I know. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I will say, like, having Lee around the program, like, there are days when you lose or, I don't know, you're just going through something. And like, I mean, those days when it's like, middle of summer and it's just like, we've been grinding like crazy, or it's January 15th and it's like, we're right in the middle of all of this. And it just seems like you're doing this. Like Lee just brings like light, fun energy that like you have to have on a team.
Yeah.
That just makes things feel like, oh, like you do, this is fun. This is why we're playing this game.
And just some perspective too. Like I remember those, like there's dog days, like preseason, in season. And when you have kind of like that's what a great GA is. Right. And honestly, a great assistant. which is I would assume the role that he played before becoming the head coach, is somebody that can kind of come in and bridge the gap, because the head coach, like he just said, you're thinking more, you can't sleep, there's more pressure, it's just like so many things, and so you get in the thick of it, and it's like they're unapproachable, right? And so then the assistant coaches, when you have good ones like Lee, they kind of bridge that gap, like, hey, I've been here, I know how it is, like this is what you have to do, this is how you kind of stay above water and get everybody to stick together. So I remember conversations like that, and just really appreciating that perspective. Again, we talked about this 2 weeks ago with Tom Holmo, right? Like BYU's fortunate to have who they have. Like Lee's an all-star in this space, and he's going to, only continue on this trajectory. And so like it's just dope that he's a BYU lifer. Like people don't realize how lucky they are to have that kind of perspective, that experience, and somebody that cares that much in this position. And he's just getting started. So I'm genuinely very excited to go catch some games, to support Lee in whatever way I can, because I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's going to be here for a long time.
I agree. I know, just as you're saying that, I'm like, you really do look across the board, and it's hard. I think there are few coaches out there in the country that are like, I'm a diehard here guy.
Right.
It's like, yeah, like I like
stepping stones.
Yeah, you look at Kalani, and Kalani's a BYU guy. Right. Kalani, like he's had big time schools in big time conferences coming after him, wanting him. He's like, I love BYU. I love the mission of BYU. I want to be here. Like KY had big time stuff. He's had stuff coming at him, and he's like, I like BYU. I want to be here. And Lee has been a BYU lifer. Like when he's saying that, to these recruits, he's going, look, I've been here the whole time. Like I love this place. This is special. Right now is a special time. Like he's not faking that. It's not like some corny pitch. Like that is Lee. He's been here. He does this. He loves this place. And like that is something as a player, as fans, that you get behind.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love it. I love that he can dish it. He can also take it. Can you bench 125 just to close things out? How many times? 4, 5, 4 rep max?
Should we do it live on our live next week? 125.
Yeah, I mean, with how husky and big boned I currently am, I should be able to bench way more than I currently probably can. I haven't been under a bar either.
You think you could bench?
I'm a dumbbell bench guy.
I'm a dumbbell bench guy too. I like dumbbells.
What were you gonna ask? Could I bench you?
Yeah.
It's a weird question, dude. Like, what are you, my girlfriend?
Oh my gosh.
That's not a normal question.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you could bench my weight.
What, 145?
I'm not 145.
What are you? Say it for the people.
Oh, the people could guess, but they'll never get it.
I could for sure bench you. I'm benching max right now, 235 probably.
Do it. Tomorrow.
Okay, I will. Tomorrow
at the office.
Guaranteed. Done.
235.
One time?
Is that it?
Yeah, easy. We'll return and report next week. Who do we have next week? Coach Linehan, right?
Coach Linehan.
Let's freaking go. All right, let's
We're having a defensive conversation next week.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring in some guest hosts to talk defense.
With the virus. Yeah, because we're not defensive. No, you're defensive. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for being here. Another great one. Leads the man. Tej, I like you as well. We'll be here next week. We're getting close, man. Basketball season. And then we're going to be going after the games, which we're so excited about.
Yeah, we're going to be talking all types of stuff.
See you next week.